everyone, today we have another Transformer custom review. This time it's for my custom studio series number 99 BATTLETRAP from the Rise of the Beast movie. Let's take a look at the figures a little closer. So here is the details at the top of the figures. You can see that he has some kind of battle damage then try to replicate, going throughout his shoulder part and some of his vehicle mode part over here. He's also got a little of grayish and blackish details in there. And you can see that right on the chest region over here, I painted most of these guard over here with just silver and black and a little of rustiness colors on there. I think that's much better with what we actually see in the movie instead of the just yellow plastic colors that they originally have. Here's the bottom part. Definitely we see more of that colors on here as well. Everything just go to reduce the amount of plastic orange or yellow that we see on the figures all over the chest region and as the hip region as well, or the top part of the thighs over here, and also on the legs that goes out here. I love how this turned out. It's just a lot of metallic colors, a lot of black and a lot of rustiness. Just give him that kind of evil look. There's the side for the legs as well. So of course for those party, originally there was a lot of yellow and orange plastic, so also just use my metal colors, silver and black to cover them, and then put a little of bright brushing effect of the rustiness colors. This for the backs of the legs region as well. There's a lot less yellow colors on here. So for the top cap hood of the vehicle, I also put a lot of that black and silver just weathering on throughout very randomly. In overall, you see that these figures have a very accurate aesthetic to how he show up in the movie. And these figures came out before the movie even came out. And of course on the weapons over here, I plugged this in there. So he only have this wrecking ball right here. Of course the wrecking ball also custom painted this guy, so it's have a lot more that black colors going in with a lot of dirtiness silver around and a little of rustiness going throughout. We can also plug this into the hand, but then it doesn't really stay there that strongly. I feel like plug it like this, so we have like 3 different holes, but then I figured that the 2 side holes work out better. Even for the shoulder over here, I cover all of those yellow colors with mainly just black and silver, so it's very easy to do. Or those back shoulder pad over here as well. Let's go into articulation with this guy. So for articulation, this guy is pretty well packaged. So you can see that the head can rotate 360 degree. It's pretty nice. It can tilt to the left side and the right side just a little, kind of wiggle. Not really turn, but just a little wiggle. And then it can look down a lot because we actually have 2 parts to work with. So we have the bone joint that can tilt down that much, and then we also have this hinge on the head right on the neck over there that can help it look down even further. And then of course with this bone joint, it can also look up a little like that. And then yeah, that's pretty much it for how it's look up. But then when we go to the arm, of course this can rotate 360. We have no butterfly joints here, and then we have a swivel right below the shoulder right there. And then be careful of this articulation joint. I guess we can use this as kind of a butterfly joint, but it's more of a transformation joint. So if you lock it in, then it just stays like that. But if you unblock it, then we can actually work that as kind of the butterfly joint. But this region will not be natural when we do that. But it's there if we want to use it just for some creative posing. And then of course below this bicep over here, we have more than 90 degree of bending degree over there in the front, which is really cool. And then we can also bend a touch like 90 degree backward. Of course it's not natural, but that's something we can do. And then over here, unfortunately we don't have any kind of swivel for the hand, but at least we do have like just 1 swivel for the bicep over there, and I think it's kind of enough. The same articulation applied to the other arm as well. And when we go to the chest region, we have a waist swivel over here, which is really cool, and everything is very tight on this guy, nothing is loose. And then for the legs, it can go up pretty far like that, like more than 90 degree. And then over here we have a very good knee joints over here, more than 90 degree bend. But then of course this doesn't really look natural when we do that all the way. And when we go down here, of course, inside the legs over here, we do have some kind of swivel, but the swivel is like right here where you see the mushroom peg. So it's pretty inside. And then of course it can go outward 180 like that, which is pretty cool. And then when we go down here, let's see, we don't really have any other swivel down here. But then of course for the feet, we have a very good band. This can bend all the way, so it can accommodate a lot of posing for this guy. So over here we also have a hinge that actually goes down, so he can also pose like that, which is really cool. And then it's go backward, but it doesn't really go up because we have this stopping point over here for the legs. But overall, I think for articulation, this guy is very well packed. It doesn't really need much of anything else. Now let's do some side comparison for this guy. For the first side comparison, we have the Byway Optimus Prime on the left side over here, and we have the MXC Optimus Prime on the right side over here. So the Byway one will be exactly the same height as the Studio Series 102 Optimus Prime. So you can see that's how it's originally scaled with the Studio Series. And with the MXC one, we have a little oversized in comparison to the Studio Series scale. So definitely between those three, Optimus Prime, Byway, or the original Studio Series, we scale better with this BATTLETRAP. And if we take a look at those two a little closer, we can see that they actually match very well, especially after we have the custom paint job on both of these figures. Just look at that. Now they actually feel like they can go head to head with one another and fight just nicely. And we do see that they are from the same universe, just from their design. It's interesting that Optimus was one of the characters that fight with BATTLETRAP right before his death. And he almost took BATTLETRAP out too, before Optimus Primal actually steal the kill from him. Next comparison, we have the Studio Series BATTLETRAP standing next to the KO oversized Optimus Primal in his beast mode. So this one is a slightly oversized in comparison to the Studio Series 106. But for those two, I think they scale perfectly. Just look at that. And this is way better than the original Studio Series 106 Optimus Primal and how he scaled with BATTLETRAP. I think that figure is way too small. And of course, if we put this guy standing on all four, he would still scale really decently with this BATTLETRAP right here. So it would be roughly this side. Just have to angle his arm a little, and it would be like this. So you can see that again, the scale worked out really nicely with this guy. Not really the original Series 106, but again in robot mode, this guy, because he's oversized, he's way taller, way bigger than this. So definitely it's only the beast mode that scale well with this BATTLETRAP. Next comparison, we have the Studio Series BATTLETRAP standing next to the KO Studio Series Mirage standing on the left side, and there's original Studio Series Core Class RC. So of course this Mirage over here is exactly the same size as the original Mirage. So this would be how they scale together. Of course I feel like Mirage is a little too fat in comparison to this BATTLETRAP, so it's not really accurate to the movie, and maybe it's a little too tall in comparison to BATTLETRAP as well. But in terms of figure scale, I don't think they look too bad either. And for those two, because both of them got extra paint in comparison to the original Studio Series, so both of them look really cool on display together. I think this Mirage over here just worked out really nicely with any custom figures. And then when we take a look at RC, we can see that the scale for those two work out really accurately to the movie, because in the movie RC was tiny in comparison to BATTLETRAP, especially from the scene in their first battle. Look at that, that's the scale between those two. And again, with the custom paint, I think those two just fit in so nicely, and we can tell right away that they are from the same universe just by the design. Very kind of G1-ish with a little of live action movie details. For those on displays, definitely they look so good together. Next comparison, we have two Voyager class Massimo from the Rise of Beast movie in comparison to this BATTLETRAP. On the left side, of course, we have our custom Studio Series Cheetos over here with BATTLETRAP, so they are essentially the same scale. It's pretty much the same height between those two. Maybe Cheetos is slightly bit taller, And of course, Cheetor is skinnier in comparison to this Battletrap. It still have kind of a small backpack, but still there's a backpack over here. And those two are exactly the same size. I feel like in the movie, Cheetor should be a little slimmer in comparison to Battletrap. But definitely this does not look out of scale at all. And although those two are the one that actually have kind of orange or yellow look, but you can see in here, definitely the paint app on them or the plastic colors are not identical. Maybe Cheetor would look better with this kind of bright orange colors on them, but as of now, we can definitely tell them apart. They all look really nice together. Next, of course, we have Rhinox over here, but he's in his beast mode right now. And you can see that those two, I feel like that's the perfect scale in comparison to what we saw in the movie. So Rhinox is roughly this size. So definitely they seem like they can go head on together on this place. And last but not least, here's our comparison between this Battletrap and this leader of the Terrorcon, Scourge. Of course, both of those figures got custom painted. And this one is my KO byway figures. They definitely look better than the original Scourge figures. And those two, they look perfect together. Let me know what you think. Do you agree? I think they look so nice on display, especially for the weapon. One now have the chains with this wrecking ball, and the other one just have a really sharp blade. And then of course this tentacle claws arm as well. And Scourge is a little taller than Battletrap, quite significantly taller actually. So this matched really well to the movie. If we leave them like that, we can see the clear scale difference between Scourge and this Battletrap. So if you want to see any more side comparison, just check out my side comparison. There will be a lot more to go over in the Bumblebee movie universe and Arrive at the Beast universe. In overall, I think this guy is totally worth it if you can find him for a decent price. Ideally, as the retail price. If you want him, just look for him. Good luck.